They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, a run with Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Eddie Goldman.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
And the Giants first down.
Wentz now on first down. His throw incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up second.
Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught on the left side by Ginn. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
And it's third down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A gain of
another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Bears.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Number 1. Touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20.
Nothing here.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Graham Gano set to kick.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Choose the mic. Now let's run. 2, Mike, 2. Come off the ball. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 19, Lion.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
13, he's coming, he's coming. Check in.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run, and it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe there's been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
On the pickup, it's 2nd.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Escaping the pressure right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 13, he's coming, check in. That's the pass. 18,
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Ginn. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete to
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something like there are going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Giants 31, Bears 2. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. This is McCaffrey, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
47-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Giants 38, Bears 2. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Mike 56, Mike 56.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Gano out to kick this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Buffalo 18. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. Stay with your man. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 18. Watch the ship. 48. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Bring it. Mike 48. Mike 48. Mike, watch the pass.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point attempt here still to come. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Bears 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Right there, 56. I got it.
They'll begin the drive with Rita. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. He's crazy. Great 57.
Now an option play on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Choose the mic all day.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Now Wentz. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
2nd and 11. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
3rd and 2.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 36 yards on the play.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Number 12.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Number 1.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 47-yard line.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch.
Allen Robinson.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Bears. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. McCaffrey. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Just shy of the goal line.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game?
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bears 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for his wideout. Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?